microphones, 3 lights, and 3 guys. Everything 3.
That shit don't sound too. I don't know what you're getting at, bro.
Oh, if that's the case, I'm about to jump in this Honda and bounce. Cesar, how is this going to go? We're going to look nice or we're going to look like a bunch of buffoons?
Whatever, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter,
They
all
can
right.
edit it, bro.
Okay, all right.
It's okay, we'll be all right.
All right. We're going to edit it. I think we'll do all right.
We'll do okay. We just practice it for the
Yeah,
real one.
no, yes,
when
exactly.
We get to the NHRA.
When we finally make it.
comfortable,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So, all right, guys, we have the Hulk over here. It's a 2009
Nissan GTR.
Nissan GTR. Yeah.
No, yeah. They don't want to hear that yet.
Yeah, you see.
That shit.
Yeah, come on.
So, yo, that's that.
Come close,
No,
come
no,
close.
That one don't go down, I think.
Oh, no?
No, that one.
Make sure this is on camera.
Yo, give
This?
me another chair. That chair, no, that shit, that don't go
It
down.
doesn't go down.
It only goes up. That one. Give it another one. Give it. That black one. That black one.
Yeah, Josh's chair is perfect.
No,
Josh
one-
or
no.
Luvy's chair.
That one is clean. That one is clean. Good. There you go. Yeah, it's okay. That's it. Now he look like, yeah. Now it's,
Okay. Oh, you look good, yeah.
yeah. Like that. Like that.
Back up. Get closer to Cesar.
So we're gonna be right here.
Get closer. Grab hands.
Oh,
Hey!
there you go. Okay.
Dale, papi.
But then we're sideways. We go. Oh no, that's what?
You're not supposed to look at the camera. Never.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. We look at who?
You're talking to me.
Oh, okay.
You're talking to the camera. You're talking to me.
Oh, okay. Oh, see now we got it all confused,
that's
man.
how it works. That's how.
I was like gonna be. You asked me so. Whoa, 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 whoa.
So yeah, I'm gonna be asking you questions. You're gonna be like,
Yeah, yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah, man. See, we learned something new.
Yeah.
No.
Wait, what did you say? Repeat the question.
Cars. Let's talk some race cars. All right. We got Cesar. We got Billy.
Bravo, de
We
Luvy.
even got a crowd over here for these.
Yeah.
So you imagine who, what we got going on.
What kind of a big deal, I would say.
Yeah.
Or getting there at least.
I agree.
What do you think, Cesar?
I think.
Drag king in the Northeast, roll race king in the Northeast. My opinion. I don't know anybody else. I mean,
No.
and obviously I'm talking about track racing.
Yeah.
I'm not talking street racing, all right?
Yeah,
But that's
Yeah.
another whole world. And,
of course.
But sometimes we don't. How we? No.
Yeah,
No,
we don't
in
disagree.
in
We
Mexico we go. In Mexico we do that a little bit.
Mexico.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
guys go to Mexico?
Yeah.
don't- Yeah,
sometimes?
we do sometimes.
But we're starting to get there slowly, you know?
I think so. There's a lot of people keep asking me, when
Yeah.
we going back out, to have
Yeah.
some fun, but
Maybe next week.
We
it's not a bad idea.
Maybe next weekend, yeah, with Mo and the DME boys. We'll see.
Oh, they got some nice cars.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
What are you bringing up?
Yeah, we're gonna bring the red GTR Diablo, right?
Marius
Yeah,
GTR.
Yeah. The Blueberry, the Porsche. We'll bring those two out. Leo, maybe Leo's car. I don't know. We'll see.
Leo's car. Wait, which one is Leo's car? I don't know.
He's got
He's
the-
building a Lambo,
Oh yeah.
2,000 horsepower Lambo.
Who's doing that?
Felix.
Nice. Can't wait to see it. You go to Maryland?
Yes, we are
We
going
Yeah.
to Maryland. We're a team. It's not me. It's not Cesar. It's not Gio, Leo, Mario. We're one, right?
Yeah. We're going again to go and have fun, try something out. I mean, Maryland, we love to go to see the races. Not even, we don't care about even racing, but
Let's talk about that in a little bit. I wanna you, Cesar, first. I wanna give people a little bit of your background. All right. Tell me a little bit about when you started getting into cars and when you started racing.
I mean,
What's the first time? How long ago did you have your first? When did you have your first race car, and what that you consider a race car or something close to it? And how long ago was that, and what was it?
well, I came to the United States in 1990. In 1997, I was already 17 years old, and I was driving without a driver license. So I grew up basically in Jersey City, downtown, and we used to have a group of friends that we get together. Banghor, remember the street. So every summer, everybody used to get together there, and the big guy used to come with their nice car, hang out in that corner. Basically, did the same thing. I bought me a car without a driver license, and it was a 1978 Camaro. Camaro 4-speed. I could not believe it. This is the first car I bought to learn how to drive. Bought the car, started driving in the street, fake license plate, manual, learning.
Talk about a kid and a dream, huh?
It lasted me like 2 days, for real. My friend was driving and he hit a fire hydrant and got total, left disappeared.
Seriously, wow.
Then, we used to get in that group of guys, and every time let's go to New York City. Every time they all get together, they take a drive to New York City, and everybody wanted to get into that ride just to take the ride and start driving fast, cutting people around, doing stupid shit. Back then, on my way going to New York City, staying with those guys. When we go to New York City, we used to hang out on 190th Street. A lot of people will remember that. They used to drag race in the street there. So everybody would go from New Jersey, park over there, and everybody from New York there, and they started drag racing there. Or get into the Hudson Highway and race there too. I used to see that. It was fun. All night, drinking, hanging out, seeing races. Then we started doing the same thing in the block that I was growing up. They used to go to 449 or 69, 169, the highway in Jersey City. And they used to race for money there in the street. Wow, that was crazy.
That was in the 90s.
In the 90s. And like these people are racing the big cars over there, and I'm looking at all this. I got into it. And then we have Englishtown here. I used to go every summer to Englishtown and Atco.
What car?
To watch first.
Okay.
Then I get me a little car where I really started racing in the street. I bought me a 1987 RX-7.
Okay, all right.
So back then, those little cars, I mean, they were easy to play with and get some horsepower out of it. So
What engine's on the RX-7 back then?
it's a rotary engine, 1.3 liter engine. The Supra was hot.
Manual or automatic?
Manual. Everything is manual back then. The
wanted to go-
Nissan C was out, the Supra was out, and the RX-7. It was those three
The
cars.
3000 GT.
So in the group,
the Mitsubishi,
yeah, all
the
those
VR4,
little cars,
Dodge
and
Stealth.
everybody in the group had those cars.
Yeah.
One had the Supra, one had the Grand Nationals back
Yeah.
then. All those little cars that were nice, and I was the one with the RX-7. I was the different one. But back then, those little cars, you play with them, and they easily can get a little fast. So
When
I used.
did you start getting serious? I mean, like serious. When did you think that you started getting serious with horsepower and
Well, I started to liking it very much. I used to go to Englishtown, like I said, with this little car, get into the bracket racing and win the bracket racing with junk cars. I started getting a sticker and trophy. My car was full of stickers for Englishtown. I'm like, wow, it was fun. I liked it. I got into it.
Then you start making more money and you go to the next
No,
level.
then I
that's how it works sometimes.
Yeah, of course.
those little cars, those RS7, they break a lot. They used to break very easy. So when I broke it, I had no money to fix it. And I really liked it, so I decided to become a mechanic. Let me start working at a shop, so I can work in my car.
Nice.
That was crazy.
Great
So-
plan for
What's
future.
going on over here?
No, not really. So I really got serious there. I got to the shop. I met some good people. And Anibal, he's still out there. Anibal and John, they had a shop in Newark. Anibal was very good with rotary engine. He could build them really nice, very strong back then. So I met him and I said, hey, I'm going to go work with you. Started working with him. And like it always happens, you start working now in customer car, other people, you have less time for your car. But I did it and I started building a nice project over there, which was a 1990 Miata. The little Miata convertible, right? Very light car. I said, we're going to put a rotary engine in this car. So I bought it
Still in the 90s.
in the 90s. We buy it. I buy the car, bring it to the shop, and we start. This is probably one of the first one that will have a rotary engine back then when we were building it. So start taking it apart. We start building the motor. I learned how to put the motor together. I learned how to pour them. I learned a lot of stuff. So we put it together. We build a car. We bring it to the dyno. Back then, we tested first time the car is 450 horsepower to the wheel. Back then,
Back then, that's a lot of power.
I remember the computer. It was called Wolf 3D. It's a weird display that you can tune it with your hand. It was cool. When we built the car. The car was very fast back then for the street and very light. The car was like
450 back then is-
2,100 pounds with meat in it.
That's the thing.
I mean, it
Light,
felt.
too. That much power and light.
Yeah.
That's
It felt like a motorcycle in the street. It was very fast. But every time I took it to the track, something will break. Now motor-wise, the rear, the differential, the motor mounts we were making, they were all, we customized it for the first time, so it wasn't working. So it lasted me like 2 summers. We went, the best the car ran was 11.9 at 131 as far as I remember. But 11s back then was fast. 10 was fast for
Yeah,
the
of
street.
course.
And I kind of felt like I worked the whole year on the car. I bring it to the event, the car break. We go to the event.
car on the street?
Not really. Not that car. Did a couple of pull in the street. Actually, probably 2, 3 races in the street. Everything that I raced, by far, I was way away. So I gave up. I say I'm giving up. I sold the car. Sold the car. I put probably 3 years worth of work on the car. I sold it for $10,000. Running and everything, perfect, nice looking Miata. Got rid of it. Quit racing for 10 years.
Wow, 10 years.
10 years.
Racing. Oh, shit.
After 10 years, we have a whole
That's
different
what you
story.
call getting discouraged.
I said no more. No more racing.
Now, what got you back?
Well, Nissan GTR.
Stop right there. Billy, tell me yours.
My story. My first car was a Nissan Maxima. I bought it to some place in Long Island. They put a turbo on it. It wasn't a double overhead cam motor. It was
How long ago was that?
this was in like late 90s, 96, 97.
When did the first Fast and the Furious came out?
I don't remember.
Probably right after then.
Yeah, probably
Right after
98.
that.
I remember that blue Maxima, Vince blue Maxima.
Yeah.
Man, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine was a 90. Mine was a 90. It didn't
The
have the
90,
double overhead cam yet. It had
exactly.
the single
The
cam.
V6.
Yeah, the V6.
They
It was
were
a
had
3.0.
those cars too back then.
Yeah, I believe that motor was the same motor as the Z when it was NA, not twin
NA,
turbo.
yeah, NA.
So I bought it to some place. I spent a bunch of money. They put a turbo in it. I had it. I think it made like, I don't know, 350, 325, whatever. Unfortunately, I didn't have a chance to enjoy it. So I crashed it on the BQE. So then I'm like, this shit's too expensive. So we got into Mustangs. So we got into Mustangs nitrous. We used to build everything by ourselves, do everything in. But I was working at my dad's restaurant, and when I had, after work or my day off that I had, I was in the garage changing heads, nitrous. We'd spray nitrous in the side streets with my friends. That's it. Then I started my company, and I stopped like Cesar, like 10. I wasn't into it back then like Cesar was, but like, fuck, maybe like 15 years I stopped. And I got a, then they took me.
You got serious. You
Yeah,
grew
with
up,
work,
you know,
yeah. Kids, whatever. And same thing, the GTR thing started. They took me to the Poconos one day, and I tell my cousin, I says, listen, I'll come to the Poconos, but you got to give me somebody's car. Like, you got to give me a car. I'm not going to come and watch you guys race. Give me the slowest one. So he gives me the silver one that we have. So I take it down, and my cousin's he's very meticulous. Don't do this, don't do that, whatever. Me, I'm excited. I'm back into racing. I want to go again. So me and my cousin got into a big fight because he didn't want me to, I don't know, make the car run hot, whatever. I'm like, bro, we're making money. We'll rebuild it. Who cares? Let's just... Anyway, my cousin had other ideas. So I bought the black GTR that I have now from Demo. Yeah, that was Demo's car. I bought it right then and there at the track. I told him, like, bro, just give me how much you want, whatever. And I took it home. We made the deal. Then I bought it to Command to get bigger turbos. And unfortunately, it never left Command. Turbos, injectors, back and forth. And before you know it, it went to T1 and it's what it is now. So that's my story.
What was your first GTR?
2014.
2014. That was a white one.
White one.
You still got that car?
No.
You sold that car.
That's the car that's got me back into racing.
I remember.
But no, that was not the one that you met me with.
That's not the one when I
No.
met?
So I
Yeah, I think you had another one before that.
I bought me my first GTR. I get on it, test drove it, and like, wow, what the heck is this? Remember, 10 years and not thinking about racing. Everything changed. Now these cars have launch control, has everything. Like,
It
wow.
does everything by itself.
I'm like, this shit is
Drives
easy.
itself.
Yeah.
Everybody says it.
This shit is easy.
Yeah.
I go to the tracks, runs 11-0. I'm like, wow.
With an
Remember those?
AC, power seats,
But
heated seats.
I still do not know anybody that is racing. I said I quit racing. I was working. Have the car. I don't meet anybody. I had it for the summer, a whole year. I went to the track, did everything. I said, I don't know anybody. I sell the car. I traded in for the Lexus FF, the RCF. I traded in.
I remember seeing you in the Lexus.
I remember the car. I traded the car in for that Lexus, you know, and I drive the Lexus. Wow, this thing feels so nice, but so slow. Oh my God, that was. I had the GTR.
Felt the GTR.
Stacked.
You had the King.
It's stacked, but I damn, those GTR were. I mean, they were amazing. It was nice how it felt stacked. When I went to the track, I saw a couple of people faster with a couple of stuff on it, and I did ask them, oh, they mentioned Ivy. I remember Ivy since when I was racing before. Oh, wow, Ivy is next to me, but, you know, I'm not into racing, anything. I sell the car. I'm in this Lexus nice, but I feel slow. I had that edge already from that GTR. Like, damn. Then the 2015 come out, and then they put those nice lights front and back, and I, wow. Now I want the GTR back. Then I trade in the GTR again, the Lexus for the GTR. This is when I get my 2015, and this time I go to the track. I meet some other people, and I decided to bring the car to Ivy. Let me put some sauce on it, right? I do a bolt-on on it for the first time in a GTR. I take the car out first time. It's 9 day. You guys know. Wow.
Bolt-on E85.
Wow.
Made a whole
Right?
And this is in one of the trip to Ivy is where I meet Omar. Omar was coming in with his car from whatever event. I think he was doing maintenance on it. And we talked. He said, oh, I'll invite you to the meet. And when I went to the first meet, that was it. That was it. He
How
brought
do you
me
not
to,
get hooked, right?
He got me hooked.
I'm telling you, I went one time, bro.
Of you on that white
They
car.
they start getting me into all these GTR groups and everything. Oh my
Remember
goodness.
when we went down to Maryland to
Yes,
you guys
I
know
went.
Fran with the Corvettes. He does
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yes.
Corvettes down in Delaware.
Uh-huh.
We went to his shop. We were invited one Sunday. We got together at my parents' house. We drove.
We
out
drove
of there.
all the
We had
way
a
there.
Nice drive down
No
the
shit.
turnpike to Fran's shop, and man, we had a blast that
Yeah.
night. But I think that night, I think that night you said, I think that's when you made the decision that you had to get
Well,
serious, man.
I was looking a video, seeing how everything was coming back to me. Wow, now the street, now everything changes. It's all different now, but wow, it's nice. I got hooked. But when I really decide, I was in love with this guy car.
GTR.
This car was just beating everything in the car. But what got me really,
What did you?
really
I'm sorry. What did you have on your car back then when Caesar met you?
HKS
This is
1000.
not
He was
about-
making 1,000.
I was making like 12. I was,
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
even thought I had making a
Okay,
I'm making
all
like
right,
1200.
all right.
But
Well, it was fast.
we, just a little bit of what I had was, the white car that I had, which was the 13, I built it when I sold my full bolt-on car. I had two at the time.
Oh, I got you.
I had a black 2010 that was full bolt-on. When I sold that car, I threw everything. on
Whatever
the
you
white
could.
car. And some.
Got you.
You know, it's never
Yep.
enough. So I spent a whole bunch of money on the white car. I wanted something reliable. I
Yeah.
don't care what it cost. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, you know, Ivy's here. You don't have to be shipping cars anywhere.
Of course,
He
that's-
can do everything. He can do anything.
absolutely,
So,
yep.
you know. Anyway, he did good by me, so I never went anywhere else. But we tried the HKS GT 1000 turbos.
Okay.
Okay, and we started making power on those turbos. 1,000, 1,100. We kept
Pushing
it up. We kept pushing it. I was even in touch with the HKS rep around here
Oh, okay.
in the area, and the guy would tell me, listen, because I would show him the numbers. I'll go to the track. I think we still got the record for the quarter mile pass on those turbos.
No shit.
8.3.
Wow.
Okay, 8.3 on those turbos. Obviously, we're talking about 15s in the rear.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Anyway, well, all the tricks.
Of
know what I'm
course.
saying? But still, that turbo was only supposed to make 1,000 horsepower.
Yeah.
Not 1,200 or close to.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
We were throwing almost 40 pounds.
Wow.
So, and the guy who used to tell me, listen, we built those turbos to go past the specs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
can throw a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
And we did.
And you did.
I went 197 in the standing half mile. The standing half mile, we did it. Did you go to that event?
No, I
that,
never went to-
Slipstream went on, they rented an airport.
In the airport, yeah.
I could have gone 200 if it wasn't for my front wheel drive clutches. I
Yeah,
killed
toast.
them that day. But I was speeding. I was like, whatever, I'm gonna beat it up. Killed it until the car didn't run no more. That's when I ran.
That's it.
I ran it to the ground, and I went 197 standing half mile. That record still holds. Nobody has gone.
Cool.
On the standing half mile, nobody has gone faster
Yeah.
with those turbos. So that's
Nice.
and the car was pretty good dial on
On the
street.
street,
Road
yeah.
racing. On the meets.
Yeah.
That's all we did. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And we had a blast, man. We had so much freaking fun.
It was really nice when
know,
back in
We were
2017.
doing meets
Every
a Saturday a month, every month, one Saturday we pick.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We go out, go out all night.
Yeah, all night.
Don't stop.
It was
We
really
have-
nice.
We have a couple of spots that
Of
we
course.
use that with the right people. We always kept it
Small.
circle closed,
Yep.
and we didn't have many knuckleheads, and we could stay. Man, we could run.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All night. Nobody
It
would
was
bother
really
us.
nice.
Yeah, so
Really
that's
nice.
it, man.
Yeah.
And now you're drag racing.
Well, okay, so I grew up drag racing, so I like the drag racing. So when I did the FBO, I kept pushing the FBOs to run. People were running back then 10.0, touching the nines. I did touch 10.4, and I wanted to keep pushing it, and I play with it. and going to the meets. In one of the meets, I see Effie GTR, the gray GTR, for the first time. I had seen in demo the red one, very quiet, nice and neat. But one day, they popped the hood on the gray car. When they popped that hood, we had that custom intake, the additional injector, the rails. I remember back then.
Yes.
That we used to do all that at the shop that I was working. This guy used to custom make everything. So I really like the custom work. Like, not I bought it, I put it. This guy used to custom make everything. And when I saw that, wow, I liked it. And then one night we were doing pulls in the turnpike, and I saw that Demo's car disappear. I'm like, wow, this is fucking insane.
The red car was insane, but the gray car in the beginning with the original build, that car was.
Those two cars here, they drove me insane. They drove me insane. So I started looking at video, going into YouTube. Now I started to see AMS, everybody. And I see the history. Oh, it was what been happening with GTRs, like I said. I had no idea. But drag racing was getting pushed more and more in the platform, that they started making classes for them and everything. And I got hooked. Wow, I can get into one of those classes in the GTR. You know, I got to Effie, I got to meet him in one of the meets. Also, we talked, he showed me and everything, and he told me, listen, if you ever want to build a car like this, let me know. You know, I kept watching the video of that car and the build. Like, wow, I think this is what I want.
Yeah, those cars always work.
When was the first drag event, like, you know, real event that you went to with a GTR?
Well, an event was in TX2K.
TX2K, which one? You remember?
TX2K, I think 17. 17 was my first time ever going to a real event with the GTRs, because we couldn't race anyway.
Which car was that?
That was my 2015s,
The white car, okay.
For the first time. So we built the car.
How fast was it?
So I get the car built by Tim Schweitzer, my first build. And it was called the Ultimate Street. The car is supposed to make 1,300 wheel. I get the car. Imagine, from FBO to 1,300.
You're thinking a rocket ship.
What the fuck is this? Unbelievable.
At least double the power.
I mean, this is insane. And now I have computers. Everything is computer. I can switch the rolling boost, all this kind of shit that, you know, is new. It's new to me. I don't care. It's fucking nice. This is insane. What can we do with this? I bring this car out.
What can't you do? You're right. What can't you do? Go out, drive it, race it, drag, roll.
You didn't even freaking go out to dinner.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Dude, I drove it to Waco. I get the car. I drove it to Waco. I put drag radios in the front end and 17 slicks in the back. First box, I go A7s. A7. I'm like, what the fuck is this A7? Insane.
Now we're talking.
This is insane. Imagine. I'm getting more hooked into this shit. And then the other GTRs.
And you drove it there.
The other GTRs are running 8.1s, 8.0. And, you know, and I think they were already touching the 7. The big shops, AMS, all those people, they were starting to touch the 7 back then. Wow. But ETS. For the street, the way it happened, wow, this is insane. This is a full
street car.
Street car, everything. Interior, I drove it back.
Music, everything.
That day we go the second pass A6, and then I end up with an A5. This is insane. Insane. This is insane. I drive the car back to my house, and I think I have the fastest cars in the planet. This is where I decide that we met somebody that said, let's go to New York and race. We had a race for $50,000 with that same car. That same week that the car ran those numbers. It was insane. We go to New York, whatever happened, the race.
Yeah, we're not going to go into that story.
It was crazy.
That's a very famous story.
But
anyways, listen, Texas 2K, then you take it to Texas 2K.
No. We keep doing pulls over here, hitting everybody, whatever the car is insane. It's a bullet. we're gonna go to TX2K for the first time. These people, Effie and all these people that I started hanging out with, they've been there.
They were
know
going since 14,
me.
I think.
Exactly. I had no idea about
Yeah.
TX2K.
Yeah.
No idea about any way the track happened anywhere other than Acco and Englishtown. I went only to these tracks. And now with my car, I cannot go. You can't race. I try to race. No, you can't get anywhere.
What? Why?
Because the car is no roll cage.
Oh,
It's too fast.
There's no safety.
There is no event for me to go. What the hell? I'm putting a roll cage in this car. No, I remember how you got to destroy it. No, this made no sense. No. Then they tell me, no, at this event you can race it. Okay, let's go to Texas for the first time. Forget it. I go to Texas and that was it.
You're back.
That was it.
Back on
That
the
was
drug
it. I'm
race.
like,
The
wow.
drug race drug.
Yeah.
I do road race for my first time. The road race, we were
official road race.
exactly
Yes.
no idea what it was,
Let's try it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I remember my first time. I got to like 4th or 3rd place in road race for the first time. Wow, this is insane, easy. Then I go to drag racing. I also get like to 3rd or 4th place, and
Not bad for the first time, huh?
I blew the motor.
Okay, big competition.
Exactly.
I blew the motor on the last day. I freaking went every day to the street, did road race, drag race in this car. It was insane.
I remember when we used to go to Texas, in 14, 15, 16, 17, we didn't only compete in the event. We
Yeah.
went
It was
out.
day and night. It was day and
I
night.
did everything. I did everything. I did
more-
the street.
So the cars got beat.
More racing at night than during the day.
Yeah, night.
Yeah, during the day, what do you get? 2, 3 runs. At night, you get
night is
20.
Everybody was nuts over there.
Yeah.
Nice, good.
I got completely hooked at